you very much. So, Selena, could you please tell me about your preparation?
Hello.
Could you please tell me about your preparation, IELTS preparation?
Sir, every day I'll trying for my best reading, listening and speaking, but I'm very worried about my speaking. I follow every day grammatical terms like tense, parts of speech, and also trying to how can I make sentence and uh, uh, properly talk with each other.
So you need to emphasize, Selena, you need to emphasize on practicing English rather than learning grammar. If you practice English, if you speak English with any English knowing person, more helpful than learning your grammar. But
Yes, sir.
speaking, you don't need much more grammar. You need to practice English with anyone. You need to exercise your English. If you have some English knowing friend, or
Yes,
we
sir.
have some English club in the courses. If you join our English club, you can improve your. So in the last classes, you have participated the writing classes. Did you?
Yes. Sorry, sir.
In last classes, did you participate in reading class?
Yes, sir.
So what did you understand by the classes?
Sir, last class you took reading passage, and I also shared with you. You asked me some
So,
question, 1 to 7. I'm
uh-huh.
trying to answer, but at last moment,
So
I'm
tell me what the strategy, what kinds of questions, what they are in the reading part. Tell me please, what the strategy you need to follow in the reading part.
Sir, please say again, sir.
According to the last class, what have you learned? What thing you need to do for the reading?
Sir, according to last class, at first you told all of us how can we find reading module answer, how can we find easily answer reading module, like as true false not given, the matching, fill in the blanks, list heading, and also maybe I have forgotten now, like and you.
Okay, thank you, Selena. Selena, today we will discuss more things. I like to talk with the some person, Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein. Hello, Saddam Hussein. How are you? Saddam, please, could you please tell me about yourself, Saddam? Saddam Hussein here with us, Sabir Hussain. Sabir Hassan. Mr. Sabir, can you please talk with me about the classes you have participated?
Sir, hello, sir. I missed
Sabir,
the last class.
you missed. So, Sabir, can you please tell me, do you have idea about the reading parts IELTS?
Yes, sir. I have a little bit idea about the reading class.
Did you participate in the reading classes with me?
Yes, sir. I have participated at one class.
One class, okay. And last classes, on request of the some person, we started reading parts. So today we are going to do same thing as last classes. We are going to deliver other reading classes, and you have to note down the technique, strategy, and types of questions. Do you have idea how many types of question you have to face in your final test in the reading?
No, sir, I don't have any idea.
You don't have ideas, so I like to give you a brief again. Other person with us here, Samsung Glassky S. Could you please introduce yourself, Samsung Glassky? Samsung Glassky, please, could you please introduce yourself? Hello, Samsung Glassky, could you please introduce yourself? So no. Now I like to go again to our classes, today's classes. As we have discussed in the previous class, reading persist. This is about the IELTS reading. Cambridge 11. If you yet not collected the Cambridge books, I like to recommend you to collect this kinds of books. These are called the Cambridge IELTS academics. So in the IELTS reading, there are 7 types of questions as we discussed in the last classes, like fill in the blanks, true, false, not givens, completing sentences, multiple choice, list of heading, matching information. In the last classes, we already discussed many things about this kinds of question. We have already discussed, and some participant who participate the classes, they understood how to answer true, false, not given, how to answer fill in the blanks. So someone will share with us. Selena will share. Selena, you have learned in the last classes how to answer fill in the blanks, how to answer true, false, not given. Could you please explain? Selena. Selena, could you please explain what technique you learned in the last class?
Hello, sir. True, false, not given.
How do you solve fill in the blanks question? As you can see in the screen.
Sir, is this fill in the blanks? Screen?
Yeah, this is fill in the blanks. How did you solve? How you try to solve answer the question?
I saw here indoor farming. Here is this
technique. Tell me the technique. The technique of that. First of all, when you are going to answer fill in the blanks, you have to underline the main word or keyword. For example, here the main word is the indoor farming. Then you have to read the question number 1. In the question number 1, you found some main point. Then go through the pages, find out the answer. So, could you please tell me again what technique you follow?
Sir, at first I want to say script letter is so small. Please size in.
You can.
No, not clear. Yes, sir. Right, sir. Is it okay, sir? It is okay, sir.
This technique you try to solve this equation.
Here is explain indoor farming. Some food plants, including dash, are already grown indoors. Here is vertical farms would be located in. Sir, at first I want to say number 1 keyword food plants and grown indoors.
So did you try? Today we are going to solve second passage. This is the second passage. Here the question is true, false, not given. The person who are newcomer, some newcomer here. Samson Glassky, I think he or she is newcomer. Saddam Hussain. Saddam, are you newcomer or you have taken classes?
Yes, I am the first. This is my first
Riya
class.
Ajad. Daula. Please, Saddam Hussain, are you the new person or you are taking classes from previous time?
Yes, I am new person.
So Saddam, do
Hello.
you have idea about the IELTS reading?
Yes.
Do you
I
have
have
idea?
a little idea, but I am not so expert.
Did you take the previous classes with me on reading?
No, no, no. This is my
You
first
didn't.
class.
So Mariam Ajad, could you please, Mariam Ajad, tell me about your experience on the IELTS classes?
Hello, sir. I have not that much idea about reading part.
So Mariam, how many classes you have taken with me?
Sir, this is my first class with you.
First classes. So could you please explain, Mariam, about yourself, your name, your from your education?
Sorry, sir, I don't understand. Can you please
Could you please
repeat?
tell me about yourself? That means your name, where are you from, what's about your educational background?
Yes, sir, of course. My name is Maria Jadola and I'm from Dhaka. Uh, that's it.
Yes.
And I'm preparing for IELTS because I
Okay, from Dhaka.
want
What
to.
study abroad?
Yes, sir, I want to
Can you
study
please
here.
explain about your educational background?
Yes, sir. Studying. Currently, I'm studying at Manarat International University, and my subject is
Mhm.
pharmacy.
Thank you, Mariam. Today I'm going to give you idea about the writing classes. You have to understand. If you don't understand, you can ask me. So now, Samsam
Okay, sir. Thank
Glassy,
you.
could you please? Samsam Glassy, could you please introduce yourself? Samsam Glassy, your names 57 S7. Samsam Glassy S7. Your name, please. Okay, let's have a look, Muriam or Selena. In IELTS reading part, there are 3 passages. You have to answer 40 questions in an hour. So if you are looking to have 7 score, you have to confirm that you have 30 question correct. If you are looking to have 6.5 score, you have to confirm 25 and 26 question correct. What you have to do, you have to learn what kinds of question here in the reading parts. In the previous classes, if you missed the previous classes, I recommend you to join our Facebook group. You have find out my previous classes. In the classes, I explain how many types of question there are in the IELTS reading. Today's classes, I am going to explain the which type of question we have to follow answer. For example, as you can see in the screen, is it clear to see in the screen or is not? You are not watching clearly.
I'm not watching clearly, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, I like to give you some technique that when you try to solve true, false, not given question in your real test, first of all, you have to read the question first. Then you have to find the main word. This is called keyword. Then go through the passage from the beginning of the passage. When you find the location of the answer, location of the question, you read very carefully. Then you match between the question and the passage, whether the thing is matching positively, this is true. Whether it is matching opposition or negatively is false. Whether it is matching, there is no information, is not given. For example, the question number 14. Selina, can you read the question number, or Maria Ajad? Can you read the question numbers 14? Maria Ajad.
Yes, sir.
Please.
The Falkirk wheel has linked the Forth and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal for first time in their history.
So you must understand the Falkig Well has linked the Fort and Clady Canal with the Union Canal for the first time in the story. So you have to find the key points of the question. Then if you find the key points, do you have idea about the key points, Mariam? What do you mean by key points or keywords? Do you understand the keyword or key points?
No, sir, I don't understand that.
I think the Selena have an idea. Selena, do you have about the idea about the key point or key things in the reading?
Sir, I don't broad idea about this, but I will try to say keyword means
I gave
main.
you idea.
I
For
don't.
example, question: the Falkig Well has linked the Fort and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal for the first time of the story. What is the main thing of the question?
Sir, here is discuss two canal linked. How was the
Thank you. Two canal link. Two canal link is the main point. Underline. Then go to the passage.
Okay, sir.
That don't need to start reading the passage fast. For the reading, don't need to read the passage fast. Read the question fast.
Read the
And
question.
understand the question. If you understand the question, you can find the main thing. So from the beginning, when you start readings, you have to read the something match with the link, Clady Canal or not. So from the beginning, Selena, can you read the from the beginning where you find the link with the two canal?
Sir, passage is not clear. It's so small. Sir, passage is not clear.
It is now clear, please. Now clear. Read.
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Read, please, from the beginning.
The Falkirk Wheel is Scotland is the world first and only rotating boat lift, opened in 2002. It is central to the ambitious $84 Millennium Link project to restore navigability across Scotland by reconnecting the historic waterway of the Fort and Clyde and Union canals. Sir,
So did you got the information of between the question? Did you got information? Question
yes.
say two links. The first time in the story. Question date, it has a two link. First time in the story. Passage say 84.5 million Millennium Link project. To restore the navigating across the Scotland by the reconnecting historic waterway, the port and Lady Union canals. Is it true or false? What do you think? Is it true or false?
That's true.
Not true. It is false.
Sir, false.
Why, sir?
Saddam. Mr. Saddam, can you please tell me the question is true or false?
I don't understand. I am just seeing. I am a newcomer, so please help me first.
Did you understand the question? Question say in the Scotland there are two canals. Do you know the canal mean river? Canal mean river, two river named the Fort, Clyde and Union rivers. It has a link in the first time in the story. But passage say no first time. The reconnecting story, the water rule. What is the difference between the question and the passage? Question say the first time they link. First time in the story they link. Passage say no first time reconnected. So what is the difference between the passage and the question?
Sir, in the question, they are saying that the rivers are connecting for the first time, but in the passage, we can see that they have used a word reconnecting. That means in the previous, there might be two rivers connected with each other, and they are
Good.
reconnecting after that.
That mean this is not first time. This is second time or third
This
time,
is the second time,
or third time maybe. So
maybe.
that's why answer should be false or not given.
Sir, false.
Thank you, Selina. Did you understand why it is false?
Now I'm clear, sir. Sir,
So,
if I write down the question in my notebook, it will help me for understand. Can I write down the question in my notebook?
you can write down the question. Okay, you can write down. So
Okay.
the technique is that, first of all, read the question, understand the question, then read the passage, then match between the question and the passage. Whether it is matched positively, this is true. Whether it is matching negatively, it is false. Whether there is no information, it is not given. So question number 15. I like to read the question number 15 by the Sabir Hussain. Sabir, can you read the question number 15?
There was some opposition to the design of the Falkirk wheel at first.
Okay. So what is the main word of the sentence? There was some opposition to
So
design.
some opposition.
Design. The main word is the design. In terms of designing, they have some opposition, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
We have to find the designing of the Falkirk well. We have to find the designing of the Falkirk well. Here, the next paragraph, you can chart the design of the Falkirk well, where you can come. I think you the passage is clear, or we
No,
have
sir.
to zoom it.
Sir, not clear.
Okay, design, where the design is from the beginning, start screaming and screaming. Is there any word of design?
So we have to find the what is the shape of the ship.
Yes, of course. Just in the second paragraph, if you have some information, please, you can read the second paragraph. Sabir Hussain. Numerous idea were submitted. You can read the lines.
So numerous ideas were submitted for the
Numerous
project.
idea. Have you find the second paragraph? Or
Yes, sir. Numerous ideas are submitted for the project, including concepts ranging from rolling eggs to tilting tanks, from giant sea saws to overhead monorails. There is a line.
Yeah.
The unique shape of the structure is claimed to have been inspired by various sources, both man-made and natural, most notably a Celtic double.
So you have to understand what do they say? Numerous idea. That means lots of idea were submitted by the engineer for the project, including concept of, they have a project of concept of ringing from ruling age to gain so to overhaul the minerals. The environmental winner was a plan for the huge floating sheet board lift, which was to become the Falkirk well. The unique shape of the structure is claimed to have been inspired by various sources, both mammal and natural, most notably the Great double. So, did you got the information about the question? Sabir.
So the question says about
You
the
got information
opposition
about the
of the
question?
shape, but here in the passage we are seeing that there is no opposition of the shape, but there is they are showing similarity of the shape.
No, the basis tests are they have numerous ideas. They have submitted lots of idea, including concept of the rolling aids, tilting strengths. From this one, the eventual winner was the plan for the used floating sheet boat lift, which was the become bulky well. The unique shape was structured. So, what is the difference between the question and the passage? Do you find? Did you find? What is the difference between the question and the passage? There was
Sir,
some opposition to the design for bulky well fast. So, what thing you find the difference between the question and the passage? Sabir.
Sir, I didn't find any opposition in the passage.
So, answer should be not given or false or true.
Yes, sir, the answer will be not given. But there is no mention about the opposition.
Thank you very much. Answer will be not given because some here they did not talk about the opposition in terms of designing. They have some people say this one. Some opposition mean I have said this one, you have said this one, Selena have said this one. So there is no something controversial that for design. That's why this is not given. I think I can understand. I can make you understand the all participant. Selena, did you understand why it is not given?
Yes, sir. I can understand.
Okay. Not given mean the information you got in the passage and the question. If you find something missing, for example, question say when they designed the Falkik well, there were some opposition. That means Selena have talk about this one, Sabir have talked this one. No same thing. But in the passage, they did not talk about the opposition idea. Okay. Now Sabir will read. Question, the question number 16. Anyone can read question number 16. Here we have a new person, Bubo. What's your name, please? Could you please tell me your name, Bubo, the model number? Could you please tell me your name? Oh, Sabir will read again the question number 16.
Sir, Arina Akhtar.
What's your name, please? Arina.
Arina Akhtar, sir.
Irene Akhtar. Can you please read the question number 16?
Irene Akhtar.
Please read the question number 16. Please read the question number 16.
The Falkirk well was
Initially put together
at the
location where
its
components were manufactured. Bulky well initially mean at the beginning they together. What does it mean? Bulky well they put together in a places where they made it. Where its components were manufactured. So what is the main word? Have you found the main word of the question?
Yes.
Irene? What is the main word?
Sir, manufacture?
No, main word is that the Falkirk wall was initially put together at the location. Main word is the put together at the location. Put together location where it is manufactured. Now charts in the rest of the job where about the manufacture or put together. I think here you can start the third paragraph.
The first line.
Yeah, please, Sabir, could you read the third paragraph, first line?
The various parts of the Falkirk wheel were all constructed and assembled like one giant toy building set at Bartley Engineering's Steelworks in Derbyshire, some 400 kilometers from Falkirk.
So you got information that various parts of that mean various parts of the Falkirk well, that mean their manufacture, their components of the wells were all constructed or assembled. What does it mean? Assemble mean put
Sir,
together.
manufactured, including assembled and constructed in the same factory.
Exactly, same things. Then the one giant build, giant toy building. It's like a toy building at where they eat, where they put together at Bartley Engineering Steel Workshops in Derbyshire, from 400 kilometer from Falkirk. So Sabir, what do you understand between the question and the passage? Is it true, false, or not given?
Sir, it's true because the question says they initially put together to manufacture, and the
Yeah.
passage is saying that the various parts were all constructed and assembled. So here,
Different.
constructed and
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Same thing. Constructed, assembled, that means put together. They build
Yes,
together.
sir. Constructed and
the
assembled is a
component-
part of manufactured, and it's
Exactly.
only
So
happened in the same factory.
exactly. Thank you. So the same thing they're talking about the question. That's why it is true.
Yes, sir.
Anyone have any confused? Selena have any confused?
No, sir.
Understood.
Yes, sir. True.
Thank you. Thank you. Next question. Next question. Selena will read the next question. Question number 17. Selena, please, could you read the question number 17?
Yes, sir. The Falkirk wheel is the only boat left in the world which has steel section bottled together by hand.
Okay, Falkirk well is the only board, that means it is only board live in the
Left in the
wall, which has steel bolted, steel section bolted together by hand. So what is the main word, Selena? What is the main word of the sentence?
Sir, here is a main word, sir, boat lift. I think boat lift and together by hand.
Only boat.
Only
board.
board live in the wall has steel section. This is the main one. Now you have to chart that passage and back of the line where you found the first sentence. I think in the paragraph you can have this information. Can you chart here, please? Okay, Sabir, you can have, please find the location.
Sir, the last line, over
Yeah, please.
45,000 bolt holes were matched with their bolts, and each bolt was hand tightened. Sir, it is not mentioned any boat life bolted by hand like Falkirk wheel.
So could you please read from the beginning? The whale would need to withstand immunes and constantly changing steel fit as it is the noted. So it to make the structure more robust. The steel section were bolted. The steel section were bolted rather than welded together. What does it mean? Sabir, what does it mean? People read the line. The steel section were bolted rather than welded together. What does it mean?
So there is not mention about any specific boat life.
Okay, so we have to read the rest of the thing. At 45,000 bolt holes were matched with their bolts, and each bolt were hand tightened. So we have to go to the question again. Then you have to confirm that whether it is true, false, or not given. Falkirk well is only boat left in the wall which has a steel section bolted together by the hand. So Sabir, can you please differentiate between the question and the passage?
So the
What did the
question is
question
saying about the question is mentioned that there is an only boat lift like which is like Falkirk wheel, but in the passage I didn't find any boat like Falkirk wheel. So the answer will be false. Sorry, sir, not
also
given.
not given?
Not given. Not given.
Not given.
So again, you have to confirm. Falkirk well is the only board. They say only board lift in the wall, which has a steel section bolted by the hand. Passage say here. Passage say. Passage say here. The wall. So to make a structure more robust, the steel section were bolted together. Steel were bolted together rather than welded together. It did not welded. It's bolted. And 45,000 bolt hole were matched in the bolts. Each bolt were hemmed together. So it is not clarified that they only bolt or not.
Yes, sir.
So that's
Here
why
is
it is not.
yes, sir. Here is no clarification about which type of bolt handled by whom.
That's why. Okay, you are right. This is that's
Yes,
why it
sir.
is not.
That's why the answer will be not given.
So anyone have confused or you are clear to understand? Selena, do you have confused or are you clear?
Sir, I have some confused. I am
Please.
not clear, sir.
So the question you understand, question say, Falkirk well is only bolt lift in the wall, which has a steel section bolted together by hand. And the
Sir,
passage say, yes.
I want to know why we focus on over 45,000. I don't clear about 45,000 volt.
You need to read the line from here that say the well would need to withstand Emmanuel's and constantly changing speed as it is routed. So to make the structure more robust, the steel section were bolted rather than welded together. Over 45,000 bolt holes were matched with their bolts, and each of the bolts were hung together. So they did not take only bolt or other. Here the difference is the only bolt. They did not mention. They didn't mention that the hand board or other board in the wall, which steel section. It has a steel section, but they did not clarify only board lift or not. That's why it is not given. I think you understand clearly. You have
Yes,
confused.
now I'm clear.
Now the next question. I like to request to read. We have some Rayyan Islam. Could you please read the question number 18? Rayyan Islam.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to answer. The weight of the gondolas varies according to the size of boat being carried.
So what do you understand by the question? And what is the main word of the question?
So I think the main word of the question is the weight of the gondolas.
Thank you. Thank you. Now,
And the size of boat being carried.
So the weight of the gondola varies. It's not same. Vary.
Sir,
According to the
yes,
size.
Yes, sir,
boat.
varies.
So we have to go to the passage where they weight. I think in this paragraph we can find the weights. Can anyone find the location?
Yes, sir. The wheel complete.
Yes, sir.
So these gondolas always weigh the same. The question is talking about the difference, and in the passage we can find that the similarity.
So read the whole line. Read the whole line.
So these gondolas always weigh the same, whether or not they are carrying boats.
Okay, you got information. You need to read more. So what do you find difference between the question and the answer?
So in the question, they are saying that the way will be change, and the in the passage we are saying that
We- We're
the
told about the weight. Or
Okay, question say
I,
weight are different.
I think
Question
the
say weight are
answer.
different because when they carry the boat or not. Passage say no difference, same weight, whether they
yes,
carry
sir.
boat or not. So answer should be false or not true.
Sir, false.
False. So
False.
Selena, could you understand?
Yes, sir. Answer is false.
Good, thank you. Now next question. Next question, I like to read any new person. New person will read the next question. Here the name, its name is Saddam Hussein. Mr. Saddam, could you please read the question number 19?
The construction of the Falkirk's well site took into account the presence of a nearby ancient monument.
Monuments. So
Monument.
what is the meaning and what is the main word? Construction of Falkirk well site took into account the presence of nearby ancient monuments. What do you understand by the question? And what is the main word?
I am sorry.
You
Please
do not
tell you.
understand. So
I don't
Saddam,
understand.
Sabir, can you help the Saddam? What is the main word of the question?
Sir, do I need to say about key points?
Yeah, of course.
So nearby ancient moment.
Okay, construction of the Falkirk is the main things, and the site.
Yes, sir, I do think
Into
so.
the account of the presence, you can find two main what construction of the Falkirk wells. This is one thing. Another thing is that account the presence of nearby ancient monuments. So we have to find the construction of Falkirk well, whether they have some ancient monuments. Where you have to find? You have to find rest of the lines. Rest of the lines. Here you have rest of the lines here in the paragraphs. Whether you have to find that the some construction site or not, the monuments they have or not. Just find location. Construction they have talk about the construction. Just screen and screens the find the location. They talk about the construction. Okay, the stars construction where they discuss. Construction, they have talk about the construction. Here, still begin to rotate still speed.
So the wheel could not be constructed to elevate boats over the full 35-meter difference between the two canals, owing to the presence of the historical important Antonine Wall, which was built by the Romans in the 2nd century AD.
Thank you. So what do you think you found between the question and the passage? And you have mentioned the well could not be constructed to evaluate boats, to elevate the boat over the full 35-meter difference between the two canals, owing to the presence of the historically important Antonis wall, which was built by Romans in the 2nd century AD. Boat travels under the wall via tunnel through the locks. So what are the main word? What thing you find matching between the question? Sabir. Same thing or different thing?
Sir, I think there is a similarity between the question and the passage.
Okay, we have to read again the question.
Yes, sir.
Read again the question here. Question say construction of the Folky well site look into account of the presence of insane nearby insane. That means where they construct the Folky well, there is something like a insane monument. That the insane
Yes, sir.
monument.
We have to find what is the ancient monument.
Yeah. So here they talk about the things, insane monuments. They talk about the things that which that was built by the Romans in the 2nd century AD under the wall via tunnels through the locks. Here, the canal's major lock well could be constructed equivalent for the full meter even between the two canals. Presence of historically important Antonic well. What does it mean? Presence, that means it has the historically important Antonian well. What does it mean? Sabir. Presence Antonic wall. This is the ancient monument, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It
So
might be
ancestry.
the ancient monument which is talking about in the question.
Yeah, of course. This is ancient monument. So this is why it is true.
Okay,
Answer
sir.
is true. Selena is confused or you understood?
The answer is true.
And did you understand or you have still confused?
No, sir, I understand. Because here is the key point, ancient monument, and passes the showing a historical important Antonine wall.
Okay, thank you. So
Yeah.
Selena, can you please tell me what kinds of question it is? As you can see in the screen, what kinds of question it is?
Picture here is show the picture.
This is about fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks of 3 kinds. One is
Yes, sir.
diagram, one is with flow and without flow. This is about diagram. That means you have flow on the pixel. So for answering, here you have some indication that no, only one word. Choice only one word for the answer. We have to follow some technique as we discussed in the previous classes. The technique is that read the question. This is the heading of the fill in the blanks. Then question, read the question number once. Then you find some key points, go through the passages, then start scanning or skimming some things you have to match with the things. So here you have some things, the how a board is lifted on the Folky wells. This is the heading. And the first question is the affair of dash are lifted in order to shut out water from the canal basin. Now we have to find some information where they talk about the Folky well is lifted and the fear of loss. And we already read the passage. Then here we find some information. We remember here some information in here. In the passage, we have some information like this. Weight we have. Both need to be lifted up entire the canal basin at the levels of the 4th and Clady canals, then enter the lower gondola of the wells. So main word you got. Main word is here.
A pair. And
The
from
board is
canal
lifted,
basin.
Here the canal basin we got. So in terms of finding fill in the blanks, if you find any information, you find all the answer in this breakdown. So the main word you find the Folky well left, and the fears of something are lifted in order to shut out water from the canal basin. So here you have shut out water. Here you have. If you read the paragraph, both needing to the lifted up enter the canal basin at the levels of the 4th Clady canal and then enter the lower gondola of wells. 2 hydraulic steel weights are raised so as to seal the gondola up from the water in the canal basin. So you got the information. Now you
Yes,
have to find what is the answer.
the answer will be
So
gates.
two hydraulic, na?
Two hydraulic gate will be, but they talk only one word. That's why you have to choose
So
one word. No,
So hydraulic.
Hydraulic
no
steel,
hydraulic.
sir.
Sir,
No
the answer
hydraulic
will be
steel.
gates. Gates.
Answer will be gate. Answer will be gate. Because the main word is gate. Two hydraulic steel gate could be the
Oh.
answer, but they instructed only one word. They instructed you only one word. That's why answer will be a pair of gate. Pair mean two. Pair mean two of gates are lifted in order to shut out water from the canal basin. Answer will be gate.
Yes, sir.
So now you find rest of the answer. Could you please read the question number 25? Sabir. Could you please read the question number 25? Sabir.
21. Okay, sir.
Yeah, 21.
A dash is taken out, enabling wheel to rotate.
So what is the main
rotate
word?
hydraulic motors drive.
So a dash is taken out, something taken out for enabling wheel to rotate. Main word is what thing they are taking
Enabling
out
wheel.
to be rotated. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And the second key point is hydraulic motors.
Now here you have answer, because in the fill in the blanks, if you find a single answer, you find all the answer in the same playground. Now you can charge here where the answer is in this breakdown. The bill can chart the answer. So to steal the gondola, okay, the canal basin, the water between the gates is the pumped out. Hydraulic pumps, hydraulic pump, which prevent the arm of the wheel moving. Well, the gondola is done. It's removed. So answer will be.
Sir, answer will be clamp.
Clam. Thank you. Clam is taken out. Clam is taken out. Well, again confirm. Reading the lines. Sabir, could you please read the lines? Do you find the clamps?
Sir, a hydraulic clamp which prevents the arms of the wheel moving while the gondola is docked is removed, allowing the wheel to turn.
Okay. So hydraulic clamps which prevent the arm of wheels moving while the gondola is docked, removing, allowing to the wheels to turn. The central machine, the rope and way of 10 hydraulic motors then begin to the road to the central axle. Now you found the answer clamp. Next question, please. Next question, please. Question number 22. Sabir can read and find the answer. Hydraulic motor drives something this. Hydraulic motor drive. Main word is hydraulic motor. Now you go to the hydraulic motor, the lines. Hydraulic motor where it is. You can have the hydraulic motor. If you read the lines, hydraulic motor in the central machine room, an array of 10 hydraulic motor then begin to the road the central axle. Now, what is the answer here? What is the answer here? Can you please tell the question answer number 22? Hydraulic motor drive. What will be the answer? Sabir. Hydraulic motor drive.
Motor drive. Sir, again go to the passage. Okay. I have to find out.
Then you can see now the same breakdown.
Not yet, sir.
Okay. I think you see now. Hydraulic motor. Hydraulic
no, sir,
motor
I'm
line.
seeing the question only.
No. Here the hydraulic motor. You can see. Hydraulic motor.
Sir, I
Are
can
you seeing?
see the passes.
Okay. Can you see now the passes? Can you see now the passes?
No, sir. I'm just only seeing the questions from 26 to 25.
Okay, now I'm giving you again the question passes. Are you seeing the passes now?
Yes, sir.
Are you? So now read the lines. Hydraulic motor line. Hydraulic motor. The keyword is hydraulic motor. Read the line. Hydraulic motor. Read the line, please.
Hydraulic motors then begins to rotate the central axle.
So you got the answer or not? Did you got the answer?
Sir, maybe the answer will be axle.
Is it? Yes, yes, not maybe. This is drive. Hydraulic motor drive central axle. Answer should be the axle. Axle.
Yes, sir,
Axle. Okay. Next question will read by Selena. Selena will read the question number 23.
Yes, sir.
Question number 23.
Yes, sir. 23. Sir, my 23 is not shown in my screen, sir.
Why
Sir,
it is?
20 shown in my.
Okay, I think it is. It is so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see now. A range
Read
of
the,
different sized dash ensures boat keeps upright.
what is the main key? A range of
Yes.
different sides that ensure both is upright. The main
Yes.
thing, main word.
Main
What
word,
is the main
sir.
word?
Sir, boat keeps upright. Ensures boat keep.
So now you have to go to the passage lines, find the location.
Ensures boat keep.
Upright. Have you find some answer location?
No, sir.
Passage. Well, which began throughout
Sir, while which began to at a
at a
speed
speed
of 1/8 of a revolution per minute.
per minute,
As
the
wheel
well
rotates
rotated. The gondola is kept up in the upright position by the simple bearing system.
by a simple
Simple
gearing
bearing system. 2 meter
wide
wide
orbit
cock orbit a fixed inner cock of the
inner
same way.
wait.
Now, what is the answer? What is the answer here? Selena, what is the answer? Range of different sides ensure both keep upright. Which range?
Size.
Which
Sir,
range will be here?
1/8.
No. Sabir, what will be the answer, Sabir? Range of different size of the ensure both keep upright.
Sir, can I again go to the passage, sir?
Yeah, of course. You can read.
I'll
Now,
try, sir.
read now again.
Sir, 2 8-meter wide.
So the answer is cogs.
Only cox.
Cox, yes,
Yes,
Cox is done.
cogs.
Cox is done. Read again. As the well road, the gondola are keep upright, positioned by the simple gearing system. 2 8-meter cogs, only cogs. 5 fixed inner cogs of the same weight. This is answer. Last question. Question is
Sir,
that.
means, sir,
Next
question has told about size, but
size of
cogs,
cogs and shield both keep upright. Size of cogs and shield both keep upright.
and she both keeps upright.
So the question number 24, Saddam Hussein will read. Saddam will read the question 24. Saddam Hussein.
Boat reaches top well, then moves directly onto.
Okay, boat reach top. When boat reach to the top, then move directly which way? So the main word, boat reach to the top, then move. And you can find the answer here. There you have the answer. Now you can read the line. Boat
Which
reach.
line?
This paragraph, when you find the last answer, Cox line, the next of the line, read Cox, or weight Cox, fixed inner Cox, the same weight connected to the to a smaller Cox traveling to the opposite direction for the outer Cox. So ensuring the gondola always remain level. When the gondola reached top, did you find? When the gondola reached top, when the gondola reached top, the boat
when the gondola reaches, the boat passes straight onto the
aqueduct
situated 24 meters above the canal basin.
So you got the answer, did you? Did you got the answer, Saddam Hussein?
I am thinking about
where it is more. We stop then move directly onto the aqueduct. Boat onto the aqueduct. Isn't it?
Yes.
And aqueduct. Read again. Read again. Read again. Saddam, read again. Saddam, read again. Confirm the answer.
When the gondola reaches
to the
top, the boat passes straight onto the aqueduct.
Onto the aqueduct situated 24
meters above the canal basin.
I think understood.
Yes.
So you need to learn the meaning of the sentence. Again, you have to read more and more English newspaper and to read the word meaning. Then you can understand how the answer came out. Did you understand, Saddam?
Yes, okay. I understand. It's my first class, so I am confusing.
Okay, now the next question will read by someone person here. Selena will read the next question again. Boat travels?
No, sir. I'm thinking.
Sabir can read the question number 25.
Boat travels through tunnel beneath Roman dash.
What is the main word? What is the main word here? Boat travels through tunnel beneath mean under the Roman. So main word is
beneath Roman.
Beneath Roman. Okay. Boat travel is the main word. Beneath Roman. Now you can find the Roman word. Roman. Here, the rest of the Roman. Where you find the Roman?
Beneath the Roman.
Can you find the Roman here? Any word? The last paragraph.
Yes, sir.
Please read the line.
So the wheel could not be constructed to elevate boats over the full 35-meter difference between the two canals owing to the presence of the historically important Antonine Wall, which was built by the Romans in the 2nd century AD. Boats travel under this wall via a tunnel, then through the locks and finally onto the Union Canal.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabbir. Now the answer should be here. Under the Roman.
A boat travels through tunnel beneath
Under the Roman.
Roman.
Under the Roman wall.
Sir, Roman wall, I guess. The answer is
Yes,
wall.
wall. Wall. I think Selena understand the question. Selena, did you understand?
Yes, yes, sir. I understand.
Next question is that the wide board 11 meter to travel to the Union Canal. Yes, rise board 11 meter to level to the Union Canal. The answer here. Answer in the same paragraph. You have to find the answer. (11 meter to the left to the east Union Canal in the risk achieved by the means of the fear of law. Which is the answer?
Where is the 11 meter? Yes, sir. The
Here.
remaining 11.
Remaining 11 meter of the lift needed to the race Union Canal is achieved by the means of fear of locks, the world, and through the locks, finally onto the Union Canals. What will be the answer here? What will be the answer here? Question number 26. Race locks reach both 11 meters to level of the Union Canal. Answer should be locks, isn't it? Sabir, answer should be lock or what?
Yes, sir. The answer is locks.
Thank you. So the thing is that you need to understand the question very well. Then you try to some technique and strategy. The things you need to follow to answer. Today's classes we discuss about the true, false, not givens and fill in the blanks. I think you understand well, or you have some confused still. Selena, did you understand well the technique to find this kinds of question, or you have still confused?
Sir, first time I still confused, but when you are explained and Sabit also explained about the fill in the blanks and not true, false, not given. After that, I understand and clear.
So Selena, if you are looking to have 7 score, what you need to do for the reading module?
Sir, at first I read all the passages, whole passages. Then
no. You don't read the passages fast. Question fast.
No, sir. I want to say at first when I open the book, at first I read passages and thinking about and understand the passage, what explain and what will they say, what topic explain this passage. Then I go to the question and whole question absorb my head and then find and then trying to find right answer.
So you, Selena and the Saddam Hussein are very weak in reading because you don't have idea about the word meaning. I like to recommend Saddam Hussein and Selena to practice reading practice. And if you read some English newspaper, try to learn some English word, then try to follow some technique, whatever we are following here. Then you have to learn some word and you have to save your time to following the technique. So for getting 7 score in the reading part, you have to confirm two things, that to know the word meaning, vocabulary, and to know the technique to save your time. And keep practicing regularly.
Okay, sir.
Confirm that 30 question you are going to correct.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much for the class today. If you have some question, you can ask me, or I like to finish the classes in here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for having time with us. And I recommend you to collect Cambridge books, Cambridge 10 to 16 books, as we are practicing here. And you are advised to do your homeworks. Your homework for the next class is the Cambridge 11, class 1, the last passage.
Okay, sir.
Cambridge 11, class 1, the last passage.
Okay.
Thank you very much.